I've posted videos of my tortoise Steve in the past. I wanted to give a quick update on her. Her name is Steve. We've had her not quite 3 years. And when I say her, we think it's a her. We're not 100% sure yet. We named her Steve when we first got her. And that's what her name has been since. When we first got her, she's only about this big. And now she fills the palm of my hand. Pick her up so I can show you just size-wise. So she's grown significantly since we got her. She's now hibernating through the winter and enjoying the Arizona summer. It's now August, we've hit our monsoon season, and that's made her very happy. She loves when it rains. This is her pen. I made it. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but most of our yard, and that goes over the top there when she was smaller to protect her from birds, but most of our fence line is this wooden stuff, and she can get through that. In fact, a couple times we found her in a neighbor's yard thinking that we had filled the holes, so we gave up trying to fill the holes until she's a little bit bigger, and or we've saved up enough to get a block fence. And so I just bought cheap plywood and made this for her. Initially it was just this part here. That is just a clay flower pot, and I've covered it in several inches of mud and let it dry, and it has grass in it, kind of an adobe style thing. It actually stays quite cool in there in the summer heat. Surprisingly, it does really well. But just recently, as she's gotten bigger this summer, she started to dig her own little nests, which doesn't annoy me too much. She may even hibernate in one of those this winter. The last couple winters we've actually brought her inside to hibernate inside. Kept her in like a 10-gallon fish tank. This is on the east side of this block fence here, and so from about noon on it gets a lot of shade, and so it keeps her nice and shaded. This summer, with how big she's getting, I've given her an expansion. She was my little garden we house sat for my parents this year, and while we were gone for almost a month, all my plants died. But got her this extension. She loves to run around it. I've not shaded it because it's just meant to be, you know, room for her to explore. And we did have some more plants out here. Some of them shade to the ground, and the rest died, except for the cactus, which isn't doing too great while we were not living here this summer. Cut that little hole out for her to get back and forth between the two pens. She actually has 2 water dishes. This one is a new one I just put out, and basically it's just to hold moisture on that side of her yard over a little home that she's dug for herself. And our main water dish is this one over here in this corner, and she's actually dug up underneath it. These terracotta pots actually don't hold water. They let water and moisture seep through them, and so the ground underneath them is actually nice and damp, and that's why she's dug underneath this one. And there's a big hole underneath this one that she likes to rest in. I just finished trimming her grass. I just got a piece of sod. I think it might have been 2. I got 2 pieces of sod if I remember correctly, and just threw them down in here and let them grow for her to munch on. Now we do supplement her diet with some collard greens. We also give her trimmings from our garden. She really likes the leaves from the corn stalks. That's probably one of her favorites. Her second favorite are the leaves from the, let's see if she comes through, are the leaves from the broccoli that we were growing this year. In fact, if you like, I like to go ahead and actually grab her a piece. And we grow it. We enjoyed some of the broccoli, but then we weren't here. And we like to give her the leaves. Hey, Steve. Put you somewhere where your head's not buried in the grass. And she'll eat from our hands. If you're holding her, she'll sit and eat from your hand gladly. She's been a pretty good pet. She was, at first, when we first got her, she was pretty shy. But she's gotten a lot less shy as we've had her longer. It's kind of fun to watch her eat. When we were staying at my parents' house, they live on a mini farm, and we obviously couldn't just bring her over there and let her loose because there's nothing that would keep her in. And so what we did is we took one of their old watering tubs that zoom in a little bit, that can holds, I think, like 200 gallons. Put a couple inches of dirt on the bottom, put the watering pan in it, and used some bricks to make her a little bit of a home, and she actually seemed to really enjoy that. It was a lot smaller than what she was used to, and I don't think she liked that, but she was on the back porch where it stayed cooler for her. She liked that. She also liked the attention because a lot more people would walk by and give her things to snack on. Sorry, I'm trying to hold the camera as still as possible. I know it's a little shaky. There we go. Zoomed out, it's a little bit better. So she's currently munching on a leaf from one of our little broccoli plants. We used to have a collard green plant that we had pretty much from the day we got her, that we planted, like I said, to supplement, and it grew out of control. It was about 3.5 feet wide and about, or excuse me, 3.5 feet tall and about 4.5 feet wide. It was massive, but it gave us plenty of food to feed Steve with to supplement her grass diet. She does not like the leaves from the citrus tree. She'll eat them if there's nothing else to eat, but they're not her favorite. She won't eat the cactus, which they're supposed to really like prickly pear, but I think part of that's just size. I don't think she's quite big enough to eat it. And this was supposed to be spineless, but as you can see, it's not, so that might be part of the problem as well. She does graze on the grass all day long, and when I trim her grass, I just throw the trimmings back into her pen because she either munches on it or it gets turned into mulch over time. So anyways, that's a update on our tortoise Steve. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.